8 Eastern. Hello, folks. Get ready because boom, boom, boom. It's Thunder and Thursday.
I think it's raining outside.
Oh, where did the thunder come?
That was Thundering Thursday. Boola, 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 boola. Ronald Terrio will never fool ya.
I had some thunder. I had thunder overnight around 2 in the morning till around 5:30 because it was thundering and raining. With the cold front coming through, it's going to get down to about 36 degrees tonight.
That's
It's already cold here.
Cold rain, not all autumn and winter. Cold rain.
So Jeremy is in Arkansas. He's furthest west. He's west of the Mississippi River, so he gets to go first. So, Jeremy, you've got corona.
What do I get to do first?
Huh?
What do I get to do first?
Tell us about your drink tonight and your team winning the Super Bowl.
Corona Familiar. My green screen is not liking this, but anyway, 4.8%, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
ABV. I like it a lot. So, are we rating these beers tonight? What is this? I may be doing the wrong thing.
We're just thundering along. You could just show us what you're drinking and tell us what you think about it.
Yeah.
It's a very good for a cheap domestic beer.
Imported.
Well, not cheap, not really cheap. Yeah, imported. I mean, but this is one of my favorite ones besides like Modelo Negra, and I'm trying to think.
The funny thing about that beer that you're drinking, at one time, Corona Familiar was simply the family size bottle. Then they decided in the big brown quart bottle. Then they decided they're going to make it a separate recipe. So they made it a slightly higher alcohol, slightly more bitter product. And they come out with the 12-ounce brown bottles the last few years. So it is now a separate brand of Corona beer, sort of like a slightly more premier. You like it like I do. It's mellow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 0.2% more than the regular Corona Extra, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Corona Extra is 4.6. Now over in Europe, it's 4.5. I don't know why they changed it, but there could be some tax reason for it. Show us the glass again.
Oh, I've just got just a mug.
Yeah, it looks nice. And your team won the Super Bowl for the first time in 50 years. And y'all have 2 Super Bowl championships, and my team has only 1. Of course, in New Jersey, the Giants have many championships. What now?
Only 1, you said? Who's your team again?
The New Orleans Saints.
That's right. I didn't know who you. I thought you did root for New Orleans Saints, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
If you was a Dallas fan or not.
Well, we had Blake TV joining on, and then he dropped off. All right. Now James is a guest, and he's in New Jersey, and so the guest goes before the host.
Happy Thundering Thursday, everyone. And I have now, granted, this is the first time I'm going to drink this. I have imported from Japan what they call Ginga Kogen premium unfiltered beer.
Oh, and,
it comes in a beautiful cobalt blue bottle, which will end up on my sunny living room windowsill. I got 2 of them because I wanted a pair because I happen to think they were very pretty. And let me see what we got here.
Oh, that Ginga Kogen is good stuff, boy.
I never had it, but anyway, it says here, brewed and bottled by Ginga Kogen Beer Company, Iwate, Iwate, Japan. It doesn't give the alcohol content, but because I was very attracted to the bottle and the reindeer logo, and the fact that it is imported. I decided to give it a shot. So I
Let
got.
me see, it's only 10.1 ounces. That's small.
Yeah, well, it's like the beer version of me getting the little bottles of hooch
Right.
to do the Fandangly Friday.
I think the Kogan is I think it's 4.8 if I'm not mistaken.
And you know, it's going to be very rather ornamental bottle on my windowsill, and I'm glad it doesn't have the threads, so it looks like a classy bottle. It's going to look like a vase, or is it a vase, or depending on who you're talking to. Anyway,
Right.
I don't know shit from I know about this, so whether I'm going to like it or be bored but it says,
well, I got their website here. I got
maximum,
their website. So
maximum foam.
it says unfiltered, which probably is contributing to the opaque or cloudy, I guess, orangey golden color.
it's 5% alcohol.
All right. Well, you know, I might like it. And
I'm not going to read the description until you taste it and tell me what you think. I'm going to see if what you say matches up with the company's description.
okay, and then you could tell me what they mean by unfiltered beer.
Okay, I will tell you. I know what it means.
I wonder if that town is from Hokkaido, the northern cold island of Hokkaido, because of the reindeer. I wonder. Hold on.
Could be.
Oh, okay, nice.
Hey, Blake TV, I was about to add you when you tried to jump in. I was going to add you. You jumped off before I could add you.
It has a spicy and citrusy aroma, and I could smell the hops.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting aroma. And the flavor is very much the same as the aroma. That is very pleasant. You know what? I usually like strong, robust beer, ales, what have you, stouts, porters. But this is the first light colored beer that I've actually would say I enjoy. I even like it better than Modelo Especial or any of the other light namby-pambies out there. You know, but I like this. It's definitely aromatic in a spicy, citrusy way. I don't know about any freaking crackery biscuit flavor like some people like to say, but it's very unique. Putting my proboscis in there.
Yeah, don't just pick on Eric because I've said cracker and biscuit many times. Okay, let me.
I mean, yeah, okay, all right. So it's a spicy exotic Asian cracker. It's like biting into a combination of rice mixed with tofu and edamame.
Here's the other beers they have. They've got Weizen beer sold only in Japan. Well, that does us no good. There's one called Star Bottle, sold only in Japan. There's Komuji no beer.
Ooh, that sounds like a geisha girl I would like to have here. Kanuji what?
Komuji no.
Kamuji no. Hey, Kamuji no. I need some more. I need another back rub. Come here, Kamuji no.
All right. So we don't get that one. Well, we might get that one, but this one is the silver bottle, and they don't give the Japanese word, but it says, here's what they say about the beer you're drinking, the Ginga Kogan. Fruity beer with rich taste made by packaging Weizen, they say. The traditional beer in the South Germany made of over 50% of wheat.
Really? Really?
I thought it was beer with sake thrown in.
That's what I thought. So really, it's a wheat beer. It's Japan's a version of wheat beer. German.
Over 50% wheat without filtering beer yeast. So they don't filter the yeast out of it. Most beers, they'll put it through a filter and then get all the solids out. They leave it in.
Wow, I like solids because it looks solid to me. All right, and it is a very, compared to the German wheat beers, it's more full-bodied and robust. But I do get a spicy citrus. Well, I got it from the German wheat beers as well. The ones I did with you in the past, not the American ones, but the German ones.
It's got wheat and barley malt. So they use 2 types of grain, wheat and barley. And they use hops. And they add yeast to make it ferment. But there you go. There's your
this is a great Japanese craft beer. It's great. I like it. And it has that same citrusy aroma and taste that some of the premium German wheat beers had that I did on the show, especially the one that begins with a capital A that I can't even remember, Avenitis or arthritis.
Aventinus.
That's it. Aventinus. That's the one that had a wonderful citrusy and floral bouquet. That's what this reminds me of. I get that from this.
And their website goes through step by step of how they produce it. And they have photos of each step, and
so you can make your own. Just follow steps, you can make your own.
Yeah, assuming you can afford all that equipment. Now,
right, and I've been drinking. I'm a little exuberant and enthusiastic because I've been pouring the aged añejo rum into my hot black coffee. So,
so this wasn't your first drink of the day.
This is my first beer, not my first drink. I was having the from St. Croix Cruzan, the Cruzan rum I brought on the show last week. I still have
you did some pregame.
Now,
there you go.
And as
warm ups.
As far as the Super Bowl goes, Mr. Damian Owens had mentioned that there was some kind of questionable out of bounds call. When the Chiefs had the ball at one time. Yeah, something of that nature.
It didn't look kosher to me, but they said there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. Now, here I am.
He will never fool you. Da, 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 da.
There's the comic books back there.
There is.
That's the Bible on top of the comic books. I've been reading the book of 2nd Maccabees about the Jews fighting an evil Greek king named Antiochus IV Epiphanes, known as the Illustrious.
Well, tell the Illustrious I would like a gyro and some spinach pie with melted feta cheese inside.
Yeah, he caused a lot of problems for himself. Okay, but anyway,
funny name Maccabee. That always cracks me up. Maccabee.
Yeah, the Maccabees. Yeah, but they were fighting Antiochus IV Epiphanes.
So they were killer bees. Actually, they became.
Well, that's where the celebration of Hanukkah comes from the Maccabean wars against the Greek kingdoms.
You know how many Jewish people told me that they weren't too thrilled just to have a menorah, that they all put up Christmas trees because the kids and they all like it, and they still put up a Christmas tree because for the ornamental eye candy approach.
Oh yeah,
the Thomas 75 Bourbon Barrel Quad.
Whoa, there he is
from Boulevard Brewing Company.
Yeah. All the way from
Kansas City. Got a bourbon barrel. All right, now Eric, that sounds like a really good one, but I'm going to do my taste challenge first because I've been waiting to do it. If you don't mind.
Go.
All right, now what I have tonight is I'm going to feature myself. Now I have
Oh, sorry.
2 rums, gold. This is it for gold rum for a while because I'm getting into white rum in a few weeks. I have the Palo Viejo from Puerto Rico. I bought a big bottle for $6.99 in Baton Rouge. Palo Viejo, it means the old tree or old wood. So that's another story. But here's the Aristocrat Gold Rum from the West Indies. It's bottled by Gross Kuth Distillers Company in Kentucky. So it's produced in the West Indies somewhere, but it's bottled in Kentucky. Now, it's like a green and gold label, and there's a lot of glare, but you can kind of see it. I don't think too many aristocrats drink this, but
Probably not.
I guess the name sounds nice. But Groskuth Distilling was founded by a husband and wife team. Husband and wife in 1933, 34, right at the end of Prohibition, little distillery in Kentucky. They adopted a bunch of foster children. I guess they didn't adopt them, but they raised a bunch of foster children because they never had children of their own. And then they donated apparently a lot of money to the University of Louisville. And then the husband and wife both died within weeks of each other in 1999, 21 years ago. But anyway, that's a little story of Groskuth Distilling. And they had a contract to have rum made. Now there's also Aristocrat white rum. There's Aristocrat vodka, Aristocrat gin, Aristocrat blended whiskey, Aristocrat bourbon, so on. Okay.
I wonder
So
if Jody Foster was a first.
So I've got this. I poured a little too much, but it's straw. You see, it's not colored too much. It's a straw appearance. They probably age it about a year, and they don't add coloring. Doesn't look like they add coloring, does it? It's very light. Now the competitor, and I won't talk long. The competitor is Ron Pontalba from New Orleans, Louisiana, but actually it's bottled at Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. The headquarters of the company is in New Orleans. It's imported from the Caribbean islands, bottled by Wide World Importers, Frankfort, Kentucky. They're both 40% alcohol. This one you're going to notice is darker. You probably have coloring added. It was introduced in 1989, 31 years ago. So here we go. You've got the straw versus the gold. And I think that the Aristocrat is going to win because I didn't find that the Ron Pontalba was too terrific. The white rum was nice, but the gold wasn't too terrific. Ron Pontalba is named after the Baroness de Pontalba, Michaela de Almonaster. She married the Baron Pontalba of France. You say, why are you telling me this? Because she owned a lot of real estate in Louisiana. She had the famous Pontalba apartments built, named after herself. And if you go to New Orleans today, this very day, the intricate ironwork, the grill work outside the apartments in Jackson Square, each one of them has BP on it. BP, not British Petroleum, but Baroness Pontalba. She had that put on there in honor of herself. Okay, so while I'm mixing these up and tasting them, I'll go to Eric and he'll describe his Boulevard beer, not Avenue. He doesn't drink beers from Avenue. He drinks beers from the Boulevard.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Right.
Boulevard Brewing Company. Got this hat at my job. 47 brand. And we're doing the Boulevard beer. Yes, sirree. This is their Smokestack series, which is their big barrel aged series. This is their Boulevard Bourbon Barrel Quad, barrel aged, bourbon barrel aged. This is at 11.2%, 26 IBUs. This was good, they say. Now you can age it longer, I know that, but it's good up until the 27th of June, 2021 for
ABV again?
11.2%.
So it's pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah, and they have the home brewing ingredients in this one, which are obviously a Belgian ale yeast, Cara 30 malted wheat, Munich malt, pale malts, Hallertau Blanc, and Steering Golding hops. And they're using brown sugar, dark candy syrup, and your dextrose, tart cherries, and whiskey barrels. All right. So the head was up to right around where the lacing is at the top, and it's very effervescent. I didn't notice any giant amount of sediment, so I'm not worried about that one. And it definitely is that dark mahogany purplish color with the khaki, soapy, kind of sudsy looking head, to be completely honest. So good retention of lacing, or legs and lacing.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a very mellow.
Cheers to you, Eric, Jeremy, and James.
Yeah, cheers. It's a very mellow smelling barrel aged beer, but it's got everything you want in it. It's just not too pungent or off putting in the alcohol. Tons and tons of coconut and tons of vanilla.
That's very.
You got that woody soaked bourbon, kind of grainy nose to it. I'm definitely getting the cherries, a little bit of
Hold on, James was making a comment. Hold on.
No. That's a very outstanding, exotic looking, and everything, everything about that.
The sweetness is the brown sugar and a little bit of the tart cherry juice. I'm ready. Cheers. Pretty complex.
Very impressive.
Is it expensive?
This was $4.46 for the single bottle. I think that is a good price for what this is.
Right.
The alcohol is noticeable, but there is zero amount of burning whatsoever. It's just warming. And it is really, just like I said in the nose, the flavor isn't too big for its own good. It's a very rounded, well-produced barrel-aged beer. This is a perfect barrel-aged beer to get somebody that likes a lot of wine or likes bourbon in general, but somebody that doesn't even know that they would like beer may end up liking this one a lot. So I'm getting a lot of the toasty, brown, bready notes to it. I'm getting a lot of the dark fruits and the brown sugar in there. Definitely woodsy. Definitely reminds me of good bourbon. Definitely reminds me of drinking the bourbon with the aftertaste of bourbon. Vanilla, lots of coconut in there, just like the nose. It's actually a medium going towards the full bodied. I wouldn't even call it really full, but if you do and you've tried it, then I wouldn't disagree with you on that one. It's pretty, it's crisp. It's semi-dry. It takes a little while, maybe around here, to kind of dry out. And is it refreshing? You know what? For what this is and its ABV, I'm going to say yes on its refreshment for what this thing is. This is really just a nice round package without doing one thing strategically over the other. But it definitely reminds me of bourbon due to that bourbony kind of a grainy finish, and a little bit of the alcohol shows up that remind me it's bourbon, but none of it's hot heat at all. It just is nice warming sensation. Great beer from Kansas City, home of the Chiefs, and their brewery, Boulevard. Cheers.
Definitely an orgasmic beer experience.
I haven't even taken the labels off yet. Woo.
All right, now I have had some hard beers, but not any of those really super duper ones. But I've had some really good ones. In fact. So let's see. Can someone? Oh yeah. Well, Eric, you might want to use some of your moderation abilities.
You don't
have to. Don't jump the gun yet. Don't jump the gun yet.
I just have the chat opened on StreamYard, not on your channel. Let me pop it out from your channel.
Whoa! It's rolling in like a thunderstorm.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna let Jeremy give us a score, and then James is gonna give us a score, and then I'm gonna give you the results of my taste challenge, and then Eric's gonna give us a score.
Excellent.
Well, first off, I just picked this beer up just to drink. I didn't realize I'd have brought a better beer, so
don't feel bad. I'm drinking these rums cost me $6.99 a liter bottle. I'm not exactly drinking the best.
Familiar. I give it a 86.
B.
It's a real good, B plus. It's a real good for the price. I mean, I like the flavor of them.
Now, to me, but I don't speak for other people. But to me, a B plus would be like an 88 or 89. But I'm sorry.
Okay, 88 then. 88.
You're not exactly drinking the Pope Diamond, as Archie Bunker used to say, right? The Pope Diamond.
Not
Right.
really, but it's good. It's really good. I mean, if I'm drinking that type of beer,
Keep an eye on it.
So
okay, I always said that I like the Corona Familiar. All right, now James, what do you score that Jenga Kogan?
Okay. Now, I don't know if Eric was watching, but I brought a Japanese widescreen.
widescreen, widescreening.
What does it mean?
Okay.
Discrimination against me. All right, here we go.
Gotcha.
I don't know if Eric saw this, but it's a wheat and barley combined Japanese beer that I've never had before.
I've never even heard of it. Nice.
Ginga Kogen. All right, Ginga.
10.1 ounces.
Yeah, it's small. But like I told Ronald J., this beautiful cobalt bottle is going to look great on my living room windowsill. I got two of them because I wanted a pair, but it's nice. And I told Ronald also, it's unfiltered, like the bottle says. It's unfiltered, and it kind of reminds me a lot of the ales that that Eric has brought on the show. That orangey, opaque, full-bodied look.
Yeah, New England IPAs. Yeah.
Yeah, that fruit smoothie look, and it has like the German wheat beers, but this is barley and wheat combined. It has a floral and citrusy aroma, and the same with the taste. So I would give it, for what this is, in the category this is, I give it a 98% out of 100.
Wow.
Golly.
That's a winner there, man. Wow.
Only because, it's a heavy, even though it's not dark like a brown ale or a stout or a porter, it is a heavy wheat beer. I mean,
yeah, sometimes these wheat beers can be kind of heavy bodied, and it's like you're drinking a meal.
Right, exactly. But it's not. It's very well balanced in all the ingredients. I like it quite a bit, even though it's not high on the alcohol content. Would you say 5%?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's very pleasant, and it's not as exotic as Metal 75, but it's sort of exotic in its own way because it's combining wheat with barley, and it's from Japan. And you read off their product line, and that sounded interesting. And that's it, 98%.
I'll try to find some of those.
I like that.
Cheers.
Cool.
Well, it's hard to say what's your number one beer. I mean, I bought the West Lateran 12. I bought the West Lateran 12 from the Trappist monks, and it was $14 a bottle. I guess that was the best beer I had. It better be good for that price, right? Okay.
I'm that New England IPA fan, and I'll drink what they make at Trillium Brewing Company called Congress Street IPA till the day they stop making it. I like that beer. But if I just want a beer without having to think about the beer that I really enjoy, it's always going to be Carlsberg Lager as long as I keep buying it.
That's right. Yeah.
You got an opinion, Jeremy?
Comments along that line before I go to my reveal?
Opinion on what now?
What's your number one beer?
What's your favorite beer? I don't really necessarily have a favorite beer myself because
the best one I've tried so far, in my opinion, is a Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, just the original.
Ooh, yeah. Whoa.
That's my favorite of all that I've tried.
Upper echelon of beer.
I still like the Samuel Smith Holiday Stout during the Christmas.
Ooh, there's a wild card right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
didn't
like
hear that coming.
And I know when I brought the other holiday stout, I know Ronald J didn't care for the name, this Sweet Baby Jesus, but I still like the Samuel Smith products better.
Hell yeah, those are
I
great,
still
dude.
like the Samuel Smith.
No problem. Their prices aren't too bad in America either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're winter welcome. Winter welcome. All right, now I've been tasting these while y'all were talking, and this one here, I got to keep my eyes closed because if I look down and see straw, I'm gonna know what it is.
Roll, please.
Oh, you're doing a taste challenge.
Yeah. You see, this one seems to have a little bit more sugary notes and a little more wood. And this one over here in my right hand could be to your left, but seems like it's got a little bit more alcohol pop to it. Like you say, you are drinking rubbing alcohol. Yeah, but that would kill you. But it does have some wood too. Now, I'm not going to sit on this internet, what they call it, the World Wide Web, and say, oh, these are so
World Wide Web.
These are so profoundly different one from another. No, but I do think that the one in my right hand is probably the what's that? Ron Pontalba, which is a little less in quality, and it's a fair contest because they were both $6.99 for the liter bottle, which is about as cheap as you're going to find liquor in the United States. So I think I will pick the Aristocrat as the winner.
You think you will?
You look like this sleeping prophet Edgar Casey with your eyes closed.
He's sleepy.
Yeah, Edgar Casey. I'm
Predicting the future.
I'm going to represent. What was his organization called?
I forgot. He was out of. He was a country boy, and then he went to Virginia Beach, and he was.
Ekin Cargo.
What is that? A male masturbatory device? What is that? What is he showing me?
That's the inside of the clean bottle, not what you think. No, it's clean.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, back to the prophet Ron.
I've been time out for 300 seconds.
Ron DeTerrio.
Yeah, I thought Edgar Casey was part of Ekin Cargo, right? Ekin. But whatever the case, F. Buckminster Fuller invented the geodesic dome, and he wanted to cover Shea Stadium with a geodesic dome. All right, now I think that this is the Aristocrat. So let me look.
Where can I get it?
It is.
You get it right. You get it right.
And the whole world says we don't care because no one cares about Aristocrat and Ron Pontalba. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, F. Buckminster Fuller. Yeah, Tom Snow.
It's not exactly the words you say, but it came out to my ears. You say F that guy? What
about that guy on the Flintstones, Dash Riprock? Remember him?
No, that's actually his name, F. Buckminster.
Oh, it is. Oh, dang.
Buckminster.
That's not a statement.
It's like Edward Lillywhite Norton.
Oh God.
Right. Yeah, F. Buckminster Fuller invented the geodesic dome. Okay, Eric, what do you score your product?
The more you know. Oh, me. It didn't get too cool because I joined you people well after you already started, so I apologize for that. I believe even warmer, this will get even maltier and a little bit sweeter, and maybe even nuttier, maybe even a little bit nutty. This is probably one of the best beers I've had so far in the year of 2020. So maybe my rating is going to go ridiculously crazy, but I'm just going to do it. Whatever. It is at least a 98 out of 100. It's pretty damn good. Yeah. It's so smooth.
Wow.
It's so delicious. Caramelized, brown sugary flavor. Not too much of a medicinal cherry cough syrup thing, but it's there in the sweetness like a juice. And it's got that really good coconut vanilla, and you're really getting the woody grainy flavor of bourbon. The bourbon is unmistakable in this, but it's not hot. This beer is not hot heat at all in 11.2. You're basically feeling it once it goes lower into your bati. So, yeah, man.
We got it. 298. We have, I didn't score mine because I'm not score. I'm doing a taste challenge. We have 88. See, I'm an influencer because he said 86, and then I talked him up to 88. Jeremy.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was
Tyler.
That's Rip Rock. No, that was the Flintstones, wasn't it?
I think the Flintstones.
I think it was the Flintstones. He said it was the Beverly Hillbillies.
No.
I know the Cement Pond was in their backyard.
Oh, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden's dentures.
It is a Commonwealth, just like Massachusetts. Or Virginia.
Come on, I'll do push-ups. Let's go. Hey, are you gonna debate?
Jeremy. Now, somebody asked me if I ever read some of these comic books. I haven't read any of those, but I have read one that you brought up. And if y'all hold on a minute, I'm going to try to grab it and show him. It's from about nearly 50 years ago. Keep on drinking, keep on talking, keep on commiserating, keep on commiserating.
Yeah.
Deborah, I want to reach out and grab you.
The big news for James Madonna's favorite metal band from Massachusetts, Oxblood Forge.
Yes, what is the news for
Oxblood Forge? Is we got a show in the town of Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts at the Midway Cafe on Saturday evening, and then the weekend, the following weekend, the 15th, 16th, 17th, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are starting in the studio. I think I'm going to try to set up some drums Friday night. We're going to do 6 songs, and I'm the drummer, and the drums don't have to do any overdubs or anything like that. So you record your drum tracks once throughout the whole kit, and then you're going to be done once you deal with the takes. So 2 days I'm giving myself, Saturday and Sunday, to record 6 songs. I got to be on top of my game, get all the tempos mapped. What's going to be the beats per minute of each song? I got to know that. Give all that information to our engineer so I can just
I wanted to promote the hell out of Oxblood Forge when I did the show shooting the shit about sexual fetishes this past Sunday. Jay took a walk so I can say the word sexual fetish.
I'm right here. I can hear you.
Wow. Oh, shit. Well, James P. Madonna has been.
Yeah, so anyway, that went very well. It went for two hours. We covered every fetish.
Good, yeah.
And heavy metal rock goes perfectly with after dark shows.
It can if you're like, I'm trying to think of a raunchy heavy metal artist.
Well, there's no.
I would say Guar, but they perfectly well know who they are.
There's no sophisticated hoity-toity heavy metal.
I suppose Marilyn Manson, but then again, he knows perfectly who he is, and he's a very intelligent individual.
Yes, he is. And Alex Cooper is also very savvy in business.
All right.
Yeah, some of the rock and rollers that are that way are very intelligent upstairs, so they know exactly what they're doing and the purpose behind it. Yeah.
Right. Anyways. I know it's rock. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Look,
I like what the hell was her name? Dawn Wells. Dawn Wells on Gilligan's Island. Marianne.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Ginger fan, but that's his name.
Well, Marianne showed the belly with the hips, right? Or was that they didn't show the hip bones back
then? Redheads for the win.
Some people have made that remark over the last 55 years that she was
Cindy Crawford before Cindy Crawford.
Yeah,
Ellie Mae from she used to live. She was from Baton Rouge. Donna Douglas was from Baton Rouge.
I can believe that. Yeah.
May she rest in peace. Yeah, she passed away. Donna Douglas
and Kirk Douglas, 180 years old.
That's right. Kirk Douglas died very recently.
I used to watch that 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I used to love that movie.
Spartacus, Kirk Douglas. Yes, a legend in Hollywood. And I don't think Barbara Eden even showed her hip bones either on I Dream of Jeannie. I think they couldn't do that.
Now get ready, folks. He asked me if I ever read Hellboy. No. Have I read all these comic books? And Sandman. No, I haven't read the modern Sandman, but here's what I've got.
Ooh,
From
cool.
1973.
Ooh.
This is Jack Kirby's adaptation of Sandman. Let me
in the bottle kind of bottle. What do you guys? Oh,
Too small.
I think it's nice. Here is Sandman from 1970.
Cool.
20 cents. Sandman. Now, this is a very strange comic book series. It didn't last long, and the kid is having a dream, and he's got these nightmares. So see all these faces he's seeing? So Sandman comes to save him in a dream. But the thing about the comic book is that the dream is not a dream. Whatever happens actually is like, reality, so to speak. And then here's another issue, number 2. He's back. The man who brought you all those wonderful stories and horrible dreams, the Sandman. He's the master of nightmares. So they're having to hook this kid up to Barbara Eden too. Yeah. Let's see.
oh wow.
They're having to hook the kid up to these machines, like in The Exorcist, to see if but then Sandman is coming to save him from the demons.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Poor Linda Blair. I know she was all hooked up.
And then enter the incredible dream world of the Sandman, master of nightmares. Here's a woman, and she's dreaming, and there's this giant ape creature, with a machine head coming to get her, and Sandman is rescuing her.
Wow.
But they're very bizarre stories, and
yeah, I bet Bela Lugosi women enjoyed when Bela Lugosi used to creep up on him and bite him on the neck.
no, he didn't get their consent. See, so
Oh, okay.
he was supposed to get a signed affidavit. Now,
David.
now here's
Invented by a lawyer named David, actually.
well, anyway, Sandman was really weird, and it gives you kind of nightmares when you read it. But anyway,
I think it happened before, David.
it's from a long time ago. But that's the story on that.
There was someone named Rubberman, Ron, or Rubberman, or
Elastic Man.
it was Elastic Man. He was called. Okay.
Well, there was a lot of the same. There was Elastic Man. There was Plastic Man. Plastic Man. There was
there a
Elongated
Rubber Man?
Man.
Elongated Man. No
Really?
comment. Now,
Yeah,
Kidding,
Elongated Man.
You're
Now,
joking, right?
I'm not joking. I have many comics.
They make a movie about it. They should play that disco song, "The Rubber Band Man." Remember that? That going.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
my
right,
God.
and this is the precursor to the current Sandman, but this is from 1973. Yeah, I have many comic books featuring the Elongated Man, and then in Marvel Comics there was Mr. Fantastic, who was also the same thing, stretched.
Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, part of the Fantastic Four.
Elongated, Fantastic, and the rest of them. Yeah.
Elongate. I can't believe it.
Look it up on Google or Yahoo.
I believe it, but
You know, when next
I'm not
time you
gonna
play
help
in a
you.
gig, Jeremy,
Man, that's wild.
get a spandex shirt that says I am the original Elongated Man when you play in a band. And all the groupies will go, "Oh, Jeremy.
He had kind of a cool, cool outfit. He looked like he wore that like a turtleneck shirt, like one of the Mamas and the Papas or something,
Yeah, they had some funny outfits back then. The haircuts were like they put a bowl over their head, cut around. In the 60s?
Like
yeah, and I have some Mamas and the Papas original. I have some original albums. I have the Mamas and the Papas album called "If You Can Believe Your Eyes and Ears" from 1966.
Let me ask
It's
you,
got
was there a singer on the Mamas and the Papas that was the same guy that sang "Na na 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 hey hey goodbye"? Because was there like he did he come from a previous band?
John Phillips came from a folk band. I don't know about the guy Denny, who was from Canada. Naomi Cohen, who used the stage name Cass Elliot.
Yeah, Cass Elliot from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, Cass Elliot, Naomi Cohen.
She choked
and
on a sandwich.
No, she actually had a heart attack, but she was eating a sandwich. So then the press thought she choked on a sandwich, but it's not true. She did not choke on a sandwich. She was very skilled at eating multiple sandwiches in a day, as evidenced by her physical measurements.
I knew an obese guy that used to cry to me, "Oh, my glands are slow, my metabolism," and he was eating a big long hero with the mayonnaise dripping out and everything, big, this much cold cuts in it. My metabolism is slow. It's slow. My glands, my thyroid. Yeah, right. There's your thyroid.
Yeah, but too bad for Cass Elliot because she died and she was only 32 years old.
Oh,
Poor
coming back. Hello.
They had, yeah, 32 years old, and they had some good songs like "I Need Somebody Groovy," "Whoa, I Need Somebody to Move Me," yeah.
California Dreamin' was.
They didn't have a song elongated.
Oh, the Mamas and the Papas.
No.
Stretch Armstrong.
They didn't have a song called Elongated.
Two live crew that sang "Me So Horny Me Love You Wrong Time." No.
Yeah, and I was they were kind of playing off of the movie Full Metal Jacket.
That's right.
And some other Mamas and the Papa songs were from I think 1960. What was it? 67. You remember that song? It's a good song because it's about, hey, I'm a woman. I don't want to hear all your love talk because I want money. And it's a song called Words of Love. Words of love. It's basically don't thrill me anymore. I want some moolah.
I like, what do you call Grassroots was good. And the other one, of course, Steppenwolf. There were a lot of.
Moolah, wait a minute. Didn't the Beatles say money can't buy me love? I need some moolah.
Yeah, and then J-Lo sings a song that
the Beatles were men.
Don't cost a thing. Yeah, right, J-Lo. My love don't cost a thing.
And then what does Shakira do?
You know, Shakira is my ex-wife's first cousin, but I never met her. Her last name is Ripoll, and that was my ex-wife's mother's maiden name. And she's half Lebanese. Her father's side.
Wow.
And that's how she learned belly dancing from the Lebanese side of the family.
That's crazy. Whoa, that's pretty cool.
And I know, never met her, but
I'm not going to review said beer. However, I'm going to have I don't know, I'm talking like Barack Obama. I'm going to have a Lagunitas IPA.
That's a good choice. I'm about to get off the air in 7 minutes or less because of
we're gonna
having to go to sleep.
Little Rascals, almost.
Pause that if you want to read that.
Oh, that's a mess. Ronald Sutton made a comment.
That's a phenomenal song about Sid Barrett, their former.
When you were young, you shone like the sun.
Now, he also killed himself by doing and drugs.
I have a first printing of that album, and my printing of the album is very, very rare. Because if you look at the album cover for that album, they show two men. One man's on fire. He's leaning slightly forward toward the other man, but mine, they're both direct vertical.
Look at that.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Lovely color, lovely. Hey, who did the remake of American Woman? I think Eric knows.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz, yeah.
Oh, he did that.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. Stay out of your wallet, you money.
Years ago, the last time that, or actually not the last time, the first time that Guns N' Roses did when they're on the first leg of their Not in This Lifetime tour. The second day they came around to Gillette Stadium. Now they're doing a tour, Guns N' Roses, and they're coming to Fenway Park, and they want to charge like $180+ to go. I remember my buddy and I, the day of, or maybe it was the day before, I think it was, we bought tickets in the 300s level of Gillette Stadium for $40. And we saw Lenny
If they
Kravitz.
tried to charge me that much money, I would tell them, I'd say, hey, let me tell y'all something. I shed a tear because I'm missing you, but I'm still all right. Smile, but I'm not going to watch y'all.
Hey, was that ZZ Top? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
No,
George
Thorogood covered that song from John Lee Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Your song, James, is Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers.
That's ZZ Top.
Oh, yeah.
The other
ZZ Top, Hellraisers.
There's a country song that is there a country song? I like my women a little bit on the trashy side.
Probably.
Yeah, Confederate Railroad, I think.
Monty Hall wrote a song called "I Like Beer." It makes me feel happy inside.
But ZZ Top said, with a can of dinner and a bunch of fine Hellraisers and beer drinkers.
Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers.
What was the Brass Monkey?
Beer Drinkers, Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Oh, Brass Monkey.
We can play that song.
Beastie Boys.
That was the Beastie Boys. But what does that represent? Is that a drink, Brass Monkey?
Yeah, you got to drink you got to buy a 40 of whatever, usually Old English.
Old English 800 and orange.
Drink a little of that 40 down to the point where it's beyond what you would consider the neck of the bottle. Okay. And then you pour in the rest of the way up of orange juice, and you put the top on, and you mix it, and you shake it, and you mix it. That's
that funky monkey.
Yeah.
Pretty good at drinking beer.
It's like a most of a low-grade beer, depending on what your definition of low-grade beer is.
ZZ Top also said, hot,
blue
and righteous.
We play that song, too. That's a good song.
She's got legs, and she knows how to use it.
I had a buddy that said that ZZ Top didn't mean to invent heavy metal, but they did. I could agree with that. They were going high gain.
They didn't invent heavy metal, but they invented a lot of
before Zakk Wylde, definitely.
And Motorhead.
They didn't invent heavy metal because their first album came out in 1971, and there was another band that did an album in 1970.
He got that sound. Billy Gibbons, their guitar player, got that sound. You know what he used? I don't have a coin on me, but not only did he use a coin, he was using a Mexican peso string, so he got that squealing kind of tone out of those Mexican pesos on the string.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, I got a nice 8-ounce thick Black Angus burger to cook.
Oh, that sounds good.
With hot sauce, and I'm going to put the chili paste from the Chinese restaurant, because every time I order chili paste, I ask them to put it in a container to bring home, and I got a whole stack of them in the freezer.
One more comment from me. Did you know that the song "The Joker" is a song about songs?
I believe it. Wow, I never thought of it that way. I can totally see that. Yeah.
Because the Joker, it says
Steve Miller Band.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy. Well, that's a song from the 1960s called Space Cowboy.
Yeah, that was a Beatles ripoff to me. It almost sounded like the Beatles.
Yeah, well, Space Cowboy is a song about songs. Well, I told you about living in the US of A. I told you about the gangster love.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy. You know
that right there is it's the Lady Madonna. Yeah, what
was that?
Rip off Lady Madonna.
The da is all I want to say to you. Remember that song?
Yeah,
the 80s.
That's Police. That's Police.
Police. Okay.
Ooh, da
is all I want to say
to you. Yeah.
And ahead of their time musically, they were so talented.
Yeah.
Talking about music, before we get off of this, elaborate hangout, James is going to close us out with his famous musical selection. And then I got to go.
Brass monkey. Monkey, monkey.
I drank my sugar with coffee and cream.
They did that once, yeah.
This has been the most thundering Thursday.
There it is. In celebration of Michael Douglas from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. There you go, people.
Right.
I swear by my tattoo. Well, I don't have one.
Thank you for letting us join. Have a good time.
1,000 leagues.
You're welcome. And we'll be back soon enough, folks, for more Fandango-ish, Friday-ish, Thundering Thursday-ishness, Maniacal Monday-ishness, and
The
Terrific
following-
Tuesdays and all of that.
The following
Palm Road Brewery also does Multi Mondays, and we review beers by style. Join us someday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Mondays. And
That's
sometime
a bad day for me. That's a bad day for me, but I might be able to pop in from time to time.
Let us know. We'll invite you.
Monday.
and Maniacal Monday is when you can't do Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, sure. We can fit that in, definitely.
Multi Monday.
As in beer malts, yeah.
That's clever.
Bootsy.
Oh, as in Bootsy Collins? Yeah. All right, cheers. We going
I
off
walk
air.
on the splinters. All right.
National Prayer. The National Prayer Breakfast